Long ago, in the quiet village, surrounded by palm trees, flowing streams, and singing birds, there lived an old couple. The villagers simply called them Baba Ade and Mama Ade. They were known throughout the village for their kindness, but Baba Ade worked on his small farm every day, planting cassava, yam, and maize. Mama Ade sold vegetables in the village market and was always ready to help anyone in need. But behind her smiles was a deep sadness. For 35 long years, the couple prayed for a child. Every festival, every harvest season, and every new moon, Mama Ade would kneel down and whisper prayers into the night skies. Sometimes the villagers would whisper among themselves, "Maybe it is not meant to be," some said. But Baba Ade never allowed his wife to lose hope. One evening, as they sat outside their small mud house, watching the sunset paint the sky orange and gold, Baba Ade held his wife's hand and said softly, "My wife, even if we never have a child, you are enough for me." Mama Ade smiled throughout her tears. But the heavens had been listening all along. One miraculous morning, when Mama Ade was already 65 years old, something unbelievable happened. She felt the pains of childbirth. The entire village was shocked. Women rushed to her side, elders prayed, and by evening the miracle arrived. Mama Ade gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. The child's cry filled the whole compound with joy. People came from different parts of the village to witness the miracle. Some clapped, some laughed in amazement, and others simply shook their heads in disbelief. "This is truly a child sent from heaven," they said. The old couple named their daughter Adeife. From that day, the house that was once quiet became full of laughter, because she was the miracle they had waited for all their lives. Baba Ade and Mama Ade loved her so deeply. Baba Ade would carry little Adeife on his shoulders to the farm, showing her the growing crops. "Look, my daughter," he would say proudly, "one day you will do greater things than this." Mama Ade would sing to her every night under the moonlight. As Adeife grew, everyone noticed something special about her. She had beautiful dark brown skin that glowed like polished ebony, bright curious eyes, and a smile that could warm the coldest heart. Even as a small child, she was kind and respectful. But life can change in a single moment. When Adeife was 5 years old, tragedy struck. One morning, Baba Ade and Mama Ade left early for the farm. They carried their farming tools and walked along the narrow road leading out of the village. But they never returned. On their way back from the farm, a terrible accident happened on the dusty road. By the time the villagers reached them, it was too late. Both Baba Adeife and Mama Adeife were gone, lying lifeless on the road. The news spread quickly throughout the village. Little Adeife stood in front of their small house, confused and frightened. She did not fully understand what had happened, but she knew something was terribly wrong. That night, the house that once echoed with laughter became painfully silent. For many days, Adeife cried herself to sleep. But one evening, as she sat alone beside a small wooden bed her parents used to sleep on, she remembered the words Baba Adeife once told her. One day, you will do greater things. With tears in her eyes, the little girl whispered to the empty room, "Mama, Papa, I will make you proud." From that moment, her heart became strong. The village was small, and life there was difficult for a child with no family. So one morning, with courage far bigger than her small body, Adeife left the village and traveled to the big city. The city was loud, busy, and unforgiving. Cars honked, people rushed everywhere, and no one seemed to notice the small girl trying to survive. To feed herself, Adeife began selling pure water on the streets of Lagos. Under the hot sun, she walked from bus stop to bus stop shouting, "Pure water! Cold pure water!" The work was hard. Sometimes people ignored her. Sometimes she sold only a few bags in a whole day. But Adeife never gave up. Even in hardship, something about her stood out. Her dark, beautiful complexion shone, and her quiet humility touched people's hearts. One afternoon, as she stood near a busy road trying to sell her last bag of water, a well-dressed woman noticed her. The woman watched as Adeife politely greeted every passerby, even those who refused to buy from her. Curious, the woman walked closer. "My child," she said gently, "why are you walking here instead of being in school?" Adeife hesitated, then slowly told a story about the village, about her parents, and about the promises she made to her late Papa and Mama. The woman's eyes filled with so much tears in pity for Adeife. Right there on the roadside, she made a life-changing decision. "I will take care of you," she said kindly. "You will go to school." From that day forward, Adeife's life began to change. The woman adopted her and treated her like her own daughter. Adeife finally wrote exam to a school, and she wore school uniform, carried books, and sat in a classroom for the first time. And just as everyone soon discovered, Adeife was extremely bright. She studied day and night. She remembered the struggles she had faced, and she remembered the promise she made to her parents. Papa, Mama, I'm going to make you proud. Years after years, days after days, weeks after weeks, she excelled in school. Teachers admired her discipline, and students respected her determination. As she grew older, Adeife developed a strong mind for business. She studied commerce, learned about trade, and began building small business for her own. With time, patience, and wisdom, those small businesses grew into something great. Years later, Adeife became a successful businesswoman, known not only for her intelligence but also for her kindness and generosity. One evening, standing in front of the tall building that housed a company, Adeife looked up at the sky. The city lights sparkled around her. Still looking up at the quiet sky, tears filled her eyes as she remembered the small village, the little mud house, and the loving voices of Papa Ade and Mama Ade. Softly, she whispered into the night, saying once again, Mama, Papa, I finally made you proud. And though they were no longer on earth, their miracle child had fulfilled the promise she made long ago.